Hello, welcome to Discovering the World of Natural Health. I'm your host, Claiborne Holtzman. We live in a fast-paced society. We need to take and slow down a little bit and smell the herbs. You're talking about smell the roses. Well, roses are very important too because we get rose hips from them, which is like a vitamin C. And is vitamin C good for us? Does it help us? Does it have positive effect on what it can do for us? Those questions, hopefully we can answer some of them today. We're going to talk about vitamin D and want you to be able to know a little bit more about that. Also, we mentioned that we have back in stock at Remedy This Naturally Irish moss. Didn't bring the bottle in, but the thing is, excuse me, it is useful as a reducing aid, in other words, weight loss, by eliminating extra body fluid. It is mucilaginous in nature, so it absorbs toxins from the bowels, and that's important. Think about it. Let's just go off here on a little side cart and talk about the bowel and how it works and what happens. We basically start with eating something or putting it in our mouth. We chew it, masticate it is what they call it, and we end up swallowing it. And hopefully it is in a chyme form, which is a very, very minuscule, yeah, right on there, buddy. Small little pieces are in a liquid form that it can get into the bloodstream and be able to use it to feed our bodies and give us nourishment. And so, and also is to be able to have something like the Irish moss that's able to cling to, and things like the doctor says Metamucil, what it will do for you, how it will help, and basically works like a broom. Slippery M works like a what it says, help get the body moving again, get the poopy fairy to visit. And the other thing that's really a kicker is that we don't drink enough water. We don't drink enough liquid in our diet because we have a tendency to have hard stools. The body doesn't really have the ability to go plop, flop, fizz, fizz, what a relief it is type of thing. And for those of you that are old as I am, you'll understand where that came from and what commercial the little man comes up to the glass and put these little tablets in it, and they start bubbling, and they are there to help give us what we need in that aspect. So I say, that's the kind of thing we should have had a question and people guess what it was and have a free gift or something for you when you are able to figure out flop, flop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. And very kind of neat thinking about coming up with that. The Irish moss provides bulk to the stools and soothes intestinal tissues. Now, listen to what that says very closely, okay? The Irish moss provides bulk. In other words, if it provides bulk, that means it kind of swells up on the inside of the intestinal tract, and it puts it in there, and it's a bulking agent, and what happens next is the peristalsis, that the congestion, and you just take it and you move like this, and it helps to feed and cleanse the toxins out of our system. And that's what's so important about having bulk in our stool for that purpose. Irish moss helps to pull radiation poison from the body. Okay, what is that significant for? Well, think about it. Is radiation a toxic chemical, or is it a user-friendly thing, or is there side effects? I would say there would be side effects to radiation and chemotherapy, because if a person takes it, they may experience hair loss, different indicators that the body is not working. Just thought went through my mind that I forgot that I need to do something. Can I write me a note right quick? I just remembered that. Yeah, okay, got it right here. And today is Monday. It's amazing how things come up at times you don't expect them. But it's very important that I follow through on that. So thank you for letting me write that little note down. So if the Irish moss is able to pull radiation out of the body, and it is a toxic, it goes in and does its job. Therefore, let it do its job, then take some Irish moss, maybe, and let it absorb and let it go out the anal canal. So that's something that you may want to look into, so to speak. Irish moss supplies iodine through the intestinal tract by way of intestinal villi. So we need these things, and the other ones could be like bladder problems, bronchitis, cancer, catarrh, convulsions, cough, diarrhea, digestive problems, dysentery, glands, a goiter, halitosis, intestinal problems, lung problems, parathyroid, peptic ulcers, pneumonia, radiation poisoning, swollen joints, thyroid problems, tuberculosis, tumors, varicose veins, and weight reduction. So those are some of the historical uses that have benefited, and we've got use from Irish moss. So you may want to go to the address at the bottom of the screen, get some of it, check it out, ask more questions, find out about it. You're more than welcome to read the information we have that's available, so you can make an intelligent decision if it's something that could benefit you, because it's just that natural thing for our bodies to do naturally. So check out Remedy This Naturally, check out the Irish moss, check out the cafe. If you haven't checked it out, check it out, and some good stuff out there. Okay. So that's what we talked about, the Irish moss. And see what juniper berries there. Okay. I was thinking about, we have a liquid lemongrass, and the lemongrass has uses, and the biggest thing that historically is known for lemongrass is the treatment of colds and fevers. That's kind of interesting that it would do that. And what it does, it supposedly slows down the discharge of mucus, as well as reduce mucus discharge in respiratory conditions, due to part as an astringent property. So you can get the lemongrass, and I like it. For your information, other countries use lemongrass, China for one, and India. to remedy headaches, dizziness, stomach problems, abdominal cramps, rheumatic complaints, and stress. It is used to cleaning regimen for the blood and generally for the pure cleansing of the body overall. Lemongrass has astringent properties that help to slow the discharge of mucus in the respiratory conditions. As in fever grass name suggests, lemongrass treats colds when fever is present. So you may want to check it out and see if lemongrass may be something that would give you some benefit. How about that? It's also been used as like a blood purifier, cleanser, that type of thing. So I like lemongrass, and just come in and get it in the essential oil. That's the best way to handle it on that. And you're talking about the stomach, you don't have to ingest it. You could take the lemongrass and you could just rub where it needs to be. To give you an idea how sensitive your skin is, when little babies get constipated, you got to be very careful what you do for them. And they've actually used things like Cascara sagrada, which is a stimulator for the body to relieve itself. And one of the things there, with being able to put that cascara on the bottom of the feet of a baby, don't have to ingest it. I'm talking about just a drop has been known to help. So you take a drop of the cascara, put it on the bottom on the hand, and just massage and rub that little baby's foot, and just watch how it helps get them to relieve themselves of constipation. So know what you're doing, learn what you're doing, and be careful what you're doing. And it doesn't take much at all for God to really work with His plants. So I would maybe want to check that out. And, let's talk, since we've got on the digestive system a little bit, let's talk about something called marshmallow. Oh, I just saw the kid go for the chocolate bars, the marshmallows, and looking for some coat hangers to be able to make a fire for the marshmallows. That's not what I'm talking about. Good thought, though. Shows where our thinking is, especially right now in time for summer coming on. But marshmallow is Hippocrates, back in 460 BC, used a proponent for the use of marshmallow as a wound healer, and it was used successfully for the purchase of hundreds of years. So there is a plant. The marshmallow is a very unique plant that is very valuable in several categories of healing. It's very soothing. Any sore, inflamed part of the body due to high content of mucilaginous and starch. The powdered marshmallow will draw and absorb moisture from the damp surfaces. If marshmallow were used for no other purpose than a poultice, it would be immeasurably valuable to mankind. So you could use it on that. Marshmallow will increase milk flow for nursing mothers. It is effective to combine blessed thistle and marshmallow together to nurture the enrichment of the mother's milk. Marshmallow works as a natural fiber to regulate bowel activity, increase your colon's flora. Marshmallow, being both mucilaginous and nutritive, provides an excellent coating for the intestinal tract. So that helps soothe it, put the fire out within that gut. Marshmallow will help do that. If you needed to kind of work with the inflammation too, you could use something like marshmallow and pepsin together. They work very well. Marshmallow basically has been considered a food. And I'm not talking about the one you roast on the campfire, okay? Marshmallow has been used as a food from very ancient times in the Bible. We find that marshmallow was eaten in time of famine. If you would go and look up Job 30, 3 and 4, the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 3 and 4. It is a mucilaginous, calcium-rich herb that can soothe and heal the mucous membrane, such as lung, digestive tract, and bowel. When eating a food, marshmallow, non-absorbable polysaccharide, coat the mucous membrane of the digestive tract and absorbs toxins. Along with the volatile oils of marshmallow are responsible for the marshmallow diuretic effect. So the urinary tract, until the marshmallow is helped it. Marshmallow has factors allowing it to combine with and eliminate toxins, aiding the body to cleanse. The ability to combine with body toxins makes marshmallow excellent when added to other formulas to help neutralize toxins that are the causative factors of arthritis. So the herb marshmallow is a prerequisite to use in making sure to neutralize toxins that are associated with arthritis. So, and that's very, very good knowledge to have and to hold and to think about. You said you weren't paying attention. You want me to say it again? Okay, I can do that. Marshmallows has factors allowing it to combine with and eliminate toxins, aiding the body to cleanse. This ability to combine with body toxins makes marshmallow excellent when added to other formulas to help neutralize toxins that are causative factors of arthritis. So, we are what we eat, we are what we don't eat, we are what we're able to put into our system and make it work wholesome and healthy and give us a better quality of life. That's so doggone important. So I'm going to just kind of reiterate this because I don't think you guys have been educated enough about marshmallow. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the uses of marshmallow and help us understand and have a better knowledge of it. I know we have marshmallow capsules at Remedy This Naturally. Not sure about the bulk, but uses for marshmallow. Ready? It is anti-inflammatory in nature and also works as an anti-irritant, making it a smooth treatment for gastrointestinal tonic. If you need something for the gut, need something, as I call it, for the heartburn, inflammation, marshmallow is so powerful for that aspect. God's plants, God's pharmacy is very important to us. It is what we need to help make us have a better quality of life naturally. Marshmallow is very soothing for any sore or inflamed part of the body. You got inflammation, put it on there. I really messed up my elbow here, and I got it where it was just looked like Rudolph's red-nosed reindeer was hanging around on the end of my elbow. And we put some things on that were anti-inflammatory. The other thing, the marshmallow works really great with the urinary tract. It helps kind of put the fire out. It helps inflammation. So that's something you can think about if you're having issues with the urinary problem. Scientific evidence discloses that marshmallow contains 286,000 units of vitamin A per pound. Because marshmallow is anti-irritant, it may be used effectively in treating soreness associated with diarrhea or that of dysentery. So, a lot of uses. If you use marshmallow in a poultice with cayenne pepper, it is an effective treatment for cleansing infection, such as, it'll even help clean blood poison, bruises, wounds. And so there are a lot of things that we could use marshmallow for in helping us have a better quality of life and doing it naturally. And just using a plant. I had someone ask me today, they were talking about, and watched the show, maybe watching again today, but they wanted to know what about taste. And one of the vitamins that are associated with a deficiency that causes the taste buds not to work properly, and that is zinc. Zinc is very important. And that was on my thing, and I want to probably just skip over here to my page and see if it's on the one I have. Hold on a minute. Okay. I want to talk to you a minute, and I'm going to jump from marshmallow because it's high in zinc and vitamin A. Zinc is required for numerous metabolic processes. And so zinc has a lot of uses. You're not going anywhere. It is required for numerous metabolic processes and served as a cofactor for a large number of enzymes. In other words, the enzymes can do a job better with zinc being present. Zinc plays an important role in maintaining healthy immune function. Okay, so if we're talking about the immune system being good and being up to date, it's like this here when they were talking about the flu and how the flu affects you. And the biggest thing it was talking about when you start using natural supplements and stuff, get it done quickly. Don't wait around till the body gets into a poor, pitiful state, so to speak, and then try to pump it up with a natural supplement. Natural supplements are just that. They are natural, and they are not used in a like a pharmaceutical grade that has great strength and sometimes maybe even too strong and has side effects. But if we can do something that can be nurtured and let the body take it at will and not be too powerful, then it would be getting back into the natural way of treating things. And I use the word treating because you're taking and making a change in it. Zinc plays an important role in maintaining a healthy immune function. Zinc deficiency, which is common among the elderly. I am so excited about the elderly. I'm so excited to learn things that are good for the elderly. I am so excited when I can have a title of a book, Disease Prevention and Treatment in Combating Diseases of the Aging. I'm excited about that. I get to be in that category. And so I'm paying attention. Yes, sir, paying attention. I think it's a good idea. Zinc deficiency through supplementation has been known to be efficacious for a variety of infections. So supplements of zinc have been known to help with variety of situations. How come? This is because zinc affects the expression of interleukin, which helps the immune system ward off viruses. In a comprehensive analysis of the effects of zinc, and we're talking about zinc lozenges, the ones you just suck on there and hold them in your mouth, on viral upper respiratory tract infections, does greater than 75 milligrams daily was shown to reduce symptoms duration. And so they were there to help. There was a publication that comprehensive overview of the evidence suggesting that zinc acetate lozenges dissolved in the mouth every 2 waking hours may be an ideal approach during the early stages of upper respiratory infection. So if things started, problem, got infection, or you're being diagnosed with that, they're talking about that if you were to take the lozenges, the zinc lozenges, by mouth every 2 waking hours, helps get rid of the early stages of inflammation. So in the upper respiratory. I mean, it has benefit. It has uses. And why don't we do more about those? Just like vitamin E, you know it's good, you hear it's good for you, don't know what it's used for, et cetera, so to speak. But one of the things that is in there is like selenium. And selenium has been proven over and over again in the controversy that the guy that wrote this may be just talking way off pocket here because this has been some years since I've had the tape and saw the tape, but there was a tape called Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and the gentleman who did that tape, and I will think of it in a minute, but it is powerful that he was talking about cancer when it came to selenium and how it was a prevention. And him and the FDA got in an argument about it, and he actually won the case against the Food and Drug Administration about selenium being necessary for helping to fight cancer. Selenium serves as a powerful antioxidant in nearly all human tissue. In nearly all human tissue as an antioxidant. In addition, selenium boosts the immune system and can provide protection against some pathogens. Data show that selenium deficiency promotes the spread of influenza by increasing its virulence and increases susceptibility to viral infections by interfering with human influenza-induced host defense response. An animal model showed a selenium deficient diet was associated with significant higher mortality from influenza than a selenium supplemental diet. I'm working on going back at the same time talking to you and trying to as my mama used to say when she got a little bit old, she said, I'm waiting for my computer to come back up so I can answer the question. But Joel Wallach, veterinarian. And see, the neat thing about Joel Wallach as a veterinarian, the thing is, he says you can't spend $100,000 on helping a cow overcome whatever disease it may be as you can a human being, because you can't get your money back. So Joel was able to do research, and he found several different things that were important for him to do to help the animal kingdom be well at a lower cost than it had to take for us human beings to have a cost-effective treatment for what we needed to make things right. So, Joel Wallach, haven't heard from him in a while, but I tell you what, he believes in selenium. I guess you could probably, if I'd have known I was going to talk about it today, I would have took Joel Wallach and had him use his statement about what it does and how it works. The other thing, the vitamin E is very important. It is not only a potent antioxidant, but it is also involved in a variety of physiologic processes, ranging from cognitive performance to immune function. For example, vitamin E supplementation has been shown to enhance certain functions of the human body's immune system and decreased influenza virus in models. They did test and it decreased them. How about that? Animal studies have shown that vitamin E deficiency may precipitate viral genome changes that increase the virulence and may contribute to greater severity of influenza, which it can help out. But as an herbalist, let's just get away from A and B and C and D and E. Let's talk about a berry. Let's talk about elderberry. And it's a powerful fruit. And folks, it grows right here in our location and on the ditch banks is plenty of it, but to me, I prefer not getting mine where there's a whole lot of traffic, so to speak, because I want to wash it and clean it up and not be taking in the pollutants from the carbons in the car and the combustion and all that stuff. But I want to talk to you a minute about elderberry. Elderberry. That just by itself, elder sounds like my older person in my family made a difference. It's a purplish black fruit of the elderberry plant, are a rich source of antioxidants and have long been considered a folk remedy for the treatment of influenza. So, and get it in the system early. Have it on hands with your silver so your body can combat. Clinical studies have revealed that the extract from the elderberry appears to be a safe, effective, and cost-efficient treatment option for those infected with influenza. Laboratory research indicates that it helps with the replication process of fighting against the influenza. A 2009 study demonstrated that elderberry extract was capable of inhibiting influenza H1N1 infection by binding to the outside of the virus and keeping it from invading host cells. God's pharmacy wants to take care of God's people. And that's what it does. That's what the elderberry does. In that, a 2009 study demonstrated that elderberry extract was capable of inhibiting influenza H1N1 infection by binding to the outside of the virus and keeping it from invading the cells. God's berry, elderberry, has enough sense to see that through. You know, I don't know that and I'm not quite sure why, but green tea is so powerful, doesn't seem to be talked about as much as it used to be, but what it has in green tea, there's a powerful antioxidant in green tea. And it has been utilized as a medicinal product. And listen to me carefully. For the last 4,700 years. And in this green tea, there is a variety of beneficial properties with regard to influenza. For example, it has been shown to directly kill the influenza virus and decrease the number of virus found in blood during chronic viral infection. In addition, the EGCG can decrease flu-like symptoms by reducing inflammation. The antiviral effects of green tea have been demonstrated for nearly all age groups. All age groups. And green tea. Check it out. Check it out. There, I can say this and feel comfortable about it. that if I wanted to do more for myself, then green tea would be more done for myself. If I knew that I was in a strenuous situation, that I was going to be influenced by the negativity of other people's disease, carcinogens that are coming my way, then maybe I want to do something different. But the bottom line is, we got to do more for ourselves. Beta carotenes are going, beta gluten, adaptogenins, probiotics, reishi mushrooms. All of these things are naturally occurring for us to put in our bodies to stay well and to overcome the stuff that's trying to rob us of our life and our health. Probiotics are friendly microorganisms that confer health benefits to the host. So you got probiotics, certain probiotics may help prevent viral respiratory tract infections by modulating the immune system. Probiotics may also be used for treating influenza when the body gets weak. They're there to help us have a better quality of life. Let me go back and read that sentence for us. Okay? Probiotics may also be useful for treating influenza, given their association with a reduction in severity and duration of symptoms caused by common upper respiratory tract infection. Probiotics may be used for managing infectious diseases because of their potential for stabilizing microflora of the gut, friendly bacteria in the gut, enhancing resistance against pathogens, colonization, and modulating immune function. For example, a probiotic strain of Bacillus coagulans has been shown to significantly increase T cell production upon experimental posture of blood samples from healthy people to a virus. Probiotics such as Lactobacillus plantum have also demonstrated immune stimulating effects that can help improve influenza vaccinations response among the elderly. Probiotics helps to fight against the negativity of antibodies. Pro is good, anti is bad. And how much do we do in the natural realm to the pro? How much do we see in another realm of what's going on there? Also, you know, we hear news about it, and we are warned on making sure that when you eat the substance I'm going to talk to you about, that you've got it where it is not poisonous to you. So let the people that raise them, not the people that go find them and looking for a place to eat that may be poisonous, not poisonous. I've always been very reluctant when I'm in the woods or walking, when I see mushrooms, as to which one's going to be good for me. So, but there are different ones, and one of the, when it comes to like influenza, the reishi mushroom attacks and reverse in the immunosensitive, age-related decline in immune system function. So reishi mushroom is powerful for us seniors as well, okay? I think that's good. Reishi mushroom immune stimulated effects play directly into the ability to fight both bacterial and viral infections. Both polysaccharide contribute to it. Bacterial, enzymes from rice bran, immune modulating hormones. These things are available to help us have a better quality of life and do it naturally. And since we're talking about that in building the body, especially with the quote unquote still dealing with influenza here on May the 10th, 2021, we started broadcasting this at 4 in the afternoon. And so we need to make sure that we do what's in best interest of helping us to have a better quality of life and doing it naturally. Think about it, folks. Think about it. I'm going to kick back here a second, throw my leg over, and just say, chatting with you. What's important to you? What can you do to make sure that when we are under attack, and in this particular instance, under attack in our body, physically, mentally, financially, morally, what is it that we need to make sure that we can stand up against the threats that are coming our way? You know, what can we do? How can we make a change in it that it will make a difference? And I just challenge each one of you to think more about how we are built. How are we put together? What is our chassis like? You know, the bone structure. What is it when it gets to the building, to the outside, and on the body? What is it like when we are in the process of becoming and changing ourselves to be like we were designed to be built when God created us? And I do say God created us. You know, you may want to go ahead with a spontaneous combustion and say you turned into who you are because of that. You know, I don't know that is right or wrong. Probably had something to do with it. But what I am saying is that we will go further along in a happier, well person if we follow the teachings and the recommendations from the person that sponsored us and made us. And if we were made in the image and likeness of God, then what is the image and likeness of God look like? And how can we go about putting into us that image to make us successful in life? We have the opportunity, folks, to be the most prestigious individuals once we were to take and pull out the negativity, put it back into positivity, and let it replace what it's supposed to replace. I'm excited about God's way of doing things. And why not give it a chance? What is it that you want? And the other herb I was going to talk about today was alfalfa, because I love my liquid chlorophyll. See what page it's on. But alfalfa is good stuff, and I am using right now the little herb encyclopedia by Jack Richardson. This gentleman was powerful individual when it came to understanding God's kingdom of his plants, and he did a great job in that. And the knowledge is still there. Let me get to talked about the cascara for a little bit, and my little marker that was supposed to be in my here we go, alfalfa. Got a couple minutes, let's talk about it. When do you hear about alfalfa more than anything else? That's right, hay. Alfalfa hay, fed to the livestock. Why? Powerful, potent nourishment, nutrition that will feed them. Think about it for a minute. Look at how many varieties of things we get to choose from. Even how many varieties of potato chips. How many varieties of soda pop. I can't believe I said that. Soda pop. I remember growing up. Yes, still growing up. But people from the north would come down south and they would want a soda pop. And I remember Mr. Engel, who was running the store in Ridgeway, reached over there and went and on the shelf, the grocery store, the service station was part grocery store for some things as well. So the gentleman asked Mr. Engel for some soda pop. He went over and pulled off the shelf and got a box of baking soda, which was not what was being asked for, but due to the fact that the soda in one characteristic was a bottled drink, and soda, that was soda pop. Where are we going with this thing here? And so when he asked for that, the gentleman didn't get to drink, bought soda that you used in cleaning, that type of thing, and also for teeth, and that you could brush your teeth with baking soda, or so go from there. Alfalfa is a member of the legume family with a taproot. Now listen to this carefully. The alfalfa plant has a taproot penetrating to a depth of 30 to 100 feet. Now, why is that important? Why was it cultivated for thousands of years? Most probably beginning in what is now called Armenia, as early as 1597. English herbalist John Gerard mentioned alfalfa for upset stomach. Frank Boer, noted author and biologist, discovered 8 essential amino acids in the leaves of alfalfa. And Pliny the Elder, from 23 to 79 AD, recorded that Darius, king of Persia, brought alfalfa to Greece during his attempt to conquer the Athenians. It made its way to China during the late Han Dynasty around 200 AD. The origin of the term alfalfa has been traced to the Persians, word aspic, meaning horse fodder. So it even goes back that far. The ancient Arabs were the first to use it as a food and called it al-fashish, meaning father of all foods. As the use of alfalfa prevailed into Europe in the 17th century, the Arabic word became alfalfa. European migrants brought alfalfa to North America in the mid-19th century. Native Americans ground the seeds between stones and used their flour as bread or mush. Fresh branches were also boiled and eaten as greens. So alfalfa's got a pretty good workout for us human beings. Alfalfa is the basis of liquid chlorophyll with a balance of chemical and mineral constituents very similar to human hemoglobin. It is used therapeutically for arthritis, a wide range of intestinal skin disorders, liver problems, breath and body odor, and cancer. And with that, I've got to get out of here. But just a plant like alfalfa, powerful. Check out liquid chlorophyll, and it'll make a difference. It'll cleanse, detoxify, and make you whole again. I'm your host, Claiborne Holtzman. I hope you figured something today that can change your life and your health, because God, who created you, wanted you to be the ultimate in His creation. God bless. Take care.